It's the SeaWorld Splash podcast, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and history from the SeaWorld parks in Orlando, San Antonio, and San Diego. And now, here are your hosts, Joseph, Carmison, Josh, and Sheldon. Hello, and welcome to the SeaWorld Splash podcast, episode 15. I'm your host, Joseph, along with
Carmison Smith,
Josh Burgess,
and Sheldon Davis.
And today we are going to be reviewing what happened in 2015. So, for those of you who are joining us, Happy New Year! So, here is Sheldon with the 50th celebration review. So, Sheldon, take it away.
To start off, SeaWorld celebrate 50 years of animal rescue and education to the public and showing millions of people around the world every year the majesty and beauty of the ocean and the sea itself.
And now here is Carmison with Blue World. Take it away.
Okay, so earlier this year we had quite a fiasco with the Blue World Project. For those of who are assuming that Blue World Project is not going to happen, stop where you are. Do not go any further. Blue World Project is happening, but first of all, some little jerks need to get out of our way first. So earlier this year, what happened? We went to go get our permits. We got our permits. And all the stupid crap happened where apparently they try to take away our breeding rights and our transportation rights from the San Diego Park. And that was the California Coastal Commission who tried doing that. However, it is not, I don't think any of us believe they are obligated to actually tell us or tell any business how to run a business or how to care for animals. They can only give permits, period. Later on, the SeaWorld is going to be suing the commission. They just filed their lawsuit, and they will be trying to get the project to go through, along with not having to ban any of the whales breeding, and hopefully teach the commission a lesson, because this is just downright ridiculous. Hopefully Blue World Project will get those permits completed the way that SeaWorld wants them to be completed.
Thank you, Carmison. And now here is Josh with some show changes that happened at San Diego, San Antonio, and Orlando. Take it away.
Alright, so as most of you know, in 2015 we got some new shows and we saw some shows leave for good. In San Diego, the shows we got were Killer Whales Up Close and Dolphin Days. Along with Dolphin Days, we ended up losing Blue Horizons, which is sad, but some think Dolphin Days is better. Your personal opinion? I don't really have a personal opinion on either. I think both are equally great, although it is sad to see Blue Horizons go. With the Orlando Parks received Sea Lions High, which I have not seen in person, but I've heard really good reviews of it, and I can't wait to see it when I go there this fall break in 2016. Back to you.
Thank you, Josh. And we all know that Maya had her second birthday, and back in January she got named, and she is the cutest little whale, and she loves to squirt people for anyone who plans to visit her. And now And now on to myself, for a review of Jack Hanna and Julie Scardina. We did meet Jack Hanna and Julie Scardina during Wild Days at SeaWorld San Diego, which was awesome. And we got to interview Clay Carbajal from San Antonio. So, thank you guys, and we look forward to having more fun animal ambassadors on our show later in the future. And here is Sheldon with the Mako announcement. Take it away.
As some of you might have heard, SeaWorld Orlando is getting a renewed, tall, and very fast and very exciting roller coaster called Mako. Splash will open in the spring of 2016. Looks like a really good roller coaster. It's already taller than Kraken and Mantis. So for all you roller coaster fans out there, something for you to look forward to.
Thank you, Sheldon. And here is Josh with the San Diego Seven Seas Food Festival. Take it away.
Alright, so as some people know as most people know in San Diego, SeaWorld did more celebrations this year than usual. Along with the food festival, there was also Lunar New Year, and we also had WOW Days added too. The Seven Seas Food Festival was really interesting. I personally did not get to go see it, but basically it was just, your average food festival. There's probably some wine tasting, some food from overseas. I mean, yeah, wasn't there, but I bet the food was delicious. So, back to you.
And now here are Josh and Comerson with their career camp review. Take it away.
Well, career camp we both did for the second time together at SeaWorld in San Diego in 2015. That's actually where we originally both met in 2014. I mean, what?
I said yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so, I mean, career camp was fun because, once again, we mentioned earlier that we helped in the rescue program. That's probably our main highlight of this year, that they let us help.
And the elephant, the baby
elephants, yeah. Yeah, we tagged the tail and weighed him, and he sneezed on my leg.
Yep, he was a feisty one though. When they were trying to get him in the thing so we could weigh him, I'm like, oh.
That's actually a good thing. You don't want them to be acclimated to
Yeah.
humans in my own.
Do not pick a fight with an elephant seal. You will lose.
Probably one highlight we didn't mention in our last episode was we learned a really crazy, really hilarious game at SeaWorld Camp called Amish Telephone. For those of you who don't, if you don't know it, you should try it. It's so funny. So basically, we'll just simply put out the rules. You just get out a bunch of scratch paper, and you give, depending on the amount of people that are playing, you give out the same amount of paper for each person, and then you have to think of a movie quote, write it down, pass the paper stack to your right, to the person to your right, and then they have to draw down what they think that movie quote is, and you don't have to know what the movie is, and it's pretty hilarious. Anything you want to add, Josh?
Yes, it is time, and it's better with a lot more people. The other thing I want to add is, along with, helping out with the SeaWorld Rescue Division, we also got to meet some old animal friends, like Cheetah, the sea lion. We got to meet her again, and we got to have some pictures with her, and we also got to meet Megan, the Guadalupe fur seal. I shook her hand, and Comerson had her give him a roar.
Yeah, she slapped my hand, actually, when I was getting her to wave.
I thought she gave you a roar, my bad.
No, that wasn't another camper.
Yeah, she understands English, though.
Yeah.
We'll explain probably later, maybe.
Well, yeah, so if you want to learn more about our career camp trip, go back to one of our previous episodes. Or if you want to actually go and get involved in a SeaWorld career camp, please go on to any of the 3 SeaWorld Parks websites and go into the camp section and look up career camp.
I know I'm doing a career camp in 2016. How about you?
Undetermined still.
Okay, well, back to you, Joseph.
Thank you, Josh and Comerson. And here is Comerson with his Florida trip review. Take it away.
So, just recently, even though we didn't have too many podcast episodes between October and January, I did take my SeaWorld Orlando, Discovery Cove Orlando, and Aquatica Orlando trip for the first time finally. And I just from the moment that we're recording now, it was only about maybe 3 or 4 days ago when I got back. The parks there are so much larger. Oh my goodness. the review that I can just say for each of the parks, Aquatica is whimsical, very fun. SeaWorld Orlando is gorgeous, very spine-tingling over there. And Discovery Cove is so beautiful, it's unlike any other place you have ever been. It is so detailed down to the max. One thing I did notice at Discovery Cove that I'd like to mention that you might notice if you're ever going to go swimming with the dolphins there, is that when you're stepping into the dolphin lagoons, you'll notice that it's the beach starts out all sandy and goes into a rougher terrain, and then it becomes smooth. What I find interesting about this is that this is actually like a boundary between the guests and the dolphins to keep the dolphins on one side. So now it might seem like a silly little thing to mention on our podcast, but I find this interesting because of the creativity that is put behind making Discovery Cove. Because every single inch of this whole park is so wild that even the animal boundaries look so natural. Everything looks so natural, something you'd find in nature. It doesn't look like it's man-made. It is absolutely incredible. SeaWorld Orlando, the shows are fantastic at SeaWorld in Orlando. The attractions, the animals tell stories at that park. And I love seeing that. It's beautiful. And I finally did get to meet our co-host Sheldon here on one of the days I was over there, which was great. It was the first time any of us ever met him. It was a very fun trip, and getting to meet a lot of other popular SeaWorld friends I know. It's very fun. I really hope to come back to Orlando again.
Thank you, Comerson. And Comerson did kind of cover this a bit. As mentioned, SeaWorld did file a lawsuit against the California Coastal Commission to try and overturn the breeding ban. So, fingers crossed, everyone, that SeaWorld will get the breeding ban overturned and we can move forward with Blue World. So, fingers crossed. And here is Sheldon with a special announcement. Take it away.
Alright, my special announcement is, well, since I've been living in Florida for all my life, for the past 20 years, and going to SeaWorld Orlando, which is my home park, I have decided in the summer of this year, either in June or July, no official date has been set, but I will be heading to SeaWorld San Diego to actually see the rest of the podcast team, including Comerson and Joss and, of course, Joseph, and spend some time at SeaWorld San Diego and see the West Coast since I've never been out there. So I will have later details on that, hopefully in upcoming episodes along the way. So hopefully looking forward to that, and can't wait to see everybody and have a really good time on the West Coast.
Thank you, Sheldon. And here is Comerson with some news on Allure being taken out in Orlando. Take it away.
Alright, so earlier last year, technically, at this point, in 2015, Allure did end officially at SeaWorld Orlando, which was very sad because I did want to see it when I was gonna go. Allure was a Broadway-style acrobat show with kind of a Disney side in its storyline. This show was taken out because of the Blue World project. SeaWorld Orlando wanted to help get a help pay the budget bill for Blue World and what it's going to cost. So the show was taken out after its long run since 2008 to 2015. I think this was kind of sad because this is actually a show I kind of liked, and I thought would have been cool to see on Broadway in New York. I had that idea in mind. Allure was an amazing show, bringing to life our imagination of the ocean in a spectacular way that actually has kind of like a Disney side to it. If you never got to see Allure, I encourage you to go on YouTube and go type it in. There are videos on there of the show, and you can watch the whole show right there. We miss Allure, and may it rest in peace.
Thank you, Carmerson. And here is Sheldon with Pacific Point in San Antonio. Take it away.
As some of you may know or not know already, SeaWorld San Antonio got an update to its sea lion habitat, and it has now been updated with new rocks, new viewing windows, and it starts to look really natural. Lets you get a really good view of the sea lions, and let them see how they behave naturally as they would in the wild and interact with each other. And of course, their presently loud bark, which can be heard quite a distance away. And if you don't know what that sounds like, I do encourage you to go over there and hear it. It's definitely a sound you'll remember for the rest of your days. But it's a really nice new habitat. Looks really cool, very interesting. It looks pretty awesome.
Thank you, Sheldon. And on to some sad news. Una, the killer whale from San Antonio, passed away recently on Kalia's birthday. She passed away from a fungal infection. We send our deepest condolences to the trainers over there in San Antonio and everyone who worked hard to do what they could do to keep Una healthy and happy. So, rest in peace, Una. You will not be forgotten. And here...
Can we take a moment of silence real quick for Una?
Yes.
We may.
And a moment of silence for Una.
Thank you, Joseph. And now back to Joseph on some more happy news that happened earlier in 2015.
Earlier in 2015, Bodhi celebrated his first birthday. So, happy birthday, Bodhi. And you can see Bodhi in Rocky Point Preserve, Rocky Point, which is now Dolphin Point, yeah. Sorry. Anyways, here is Carmerson with Carmerson Comedy. Take it away.
Now, let's join a new SeaWorld pal, of course. Please welcome Kaka Yaka and his SeaWorld stories. Take it away, Carmerson.
Hello, all you SeaWorld fans. It's so wonderful to meet you all. I have to tell you something. Just the other day, I was walking right by the Sea Lion Stadium when I noticed I saw a poor creature laying lifeless, like roadkill on the pathway. I rushed over to make a clearing around that little fella there, and I was bellowing out, "Make a clearing, people! Make a clearing!" So then I got a wet rag and got him all moisturizer, and he was slipperier than a catfish in the Mississippi. I then realized I had to do one thing to save this poor little small fry, and that was to give him CPR. Well, the little fella was stinky enough already, and the smell was driving everyone away. And plus, I was feeling kind of gaseous, so I didn't want to make the whole smell even worse. So I got my snorkel from my bag and used it to give him the kiss of life. But then this darn feathered rat swooped down from the sky and took him right from down under me. And I stood there yelling, "No, it was too soon, you poor scaly nugget!" And that is why if I ever see a snorkel, I quench in fear and gag a little.
Thank you. This has been another episode from our good old-fashioned karaoke and very well-loved Carmerson Comedy. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmerson. And as always, we thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, or want to share any SeaWorld stories with us, you can call or text our number, 407-900-5309. We'd also love to have you share any updates, info, or even drop by and say hello. Also, don't forget to give us a like on Facebook.com/SeaWorld Splash Podcast. And follow us on Twitter at SeaWorld Splash. You can also follow us on Instagram at SeaWorld Splash. Don't forget to check out our website, www.SeaWorldSplash.com. You can also check us out on iTunes at SeaWorld Splash Podcast. And from all of us here on the SeaWorld Splash team, we thank you for joining us and hope you join us for the next amazing podcast to come. Splash you later. Also, don't forget to check out Smith Design at facebook.com/Smith Design. Also, check out SeaWorld Pilot Whales, also located on Facebook. And we will splash you later, everyone.
See you all later. Have a splashy year.
I want everybody to say, I will see y'all later. Good day.
I'm Josh Burgess, and I'll see you next time in the Soak Zone.
We'll see you next time in the Soak Zone.
Remember, if you want to share any of your favorite SeaWorld stories or memories, please call or text the SeaWorld Splash team 407-900-5309. Once again, that number is 407-900-5309. Or email us at SeaWorldSplashTeam@gmail.com. Thank you, and we'll splash you later.